kiddies. I hope you enjoyed the party. You know, there ain't no party like a Warlock party, and the Warlock party is almost over. So let's see if everyone gets out without making mortal enemies or dying. Too many Warlocks!
Hello. Welcome to Too Many Warlocks. I, as always, am your benevolent Dungeon Master, Puck, and I am joined today by these party animals and one fellow who sleeps like a log. They are, in no particular order, Master of Corporate Espionage, one Key 3 Tea Leaf. Cornered Wounded Animal, Mr. Penitent Right. And the weird uncle who takes too many controlled substances and leaves the party early, Mr. Guy Boutons. And last but not least, the person who didn't want to come to the party and just sleeps in the car the entire time, Mr. Richard Bennett.
That pretty much accurately sums me up.
When last we left our heroes, they were invited to a party at the Zelos estate by Lord Devonian Zelos III. They first took a detour to the Yawning portal to attempt to acquire some information about the murders so foul occurring throughout this fair city. And they were able to determine that many of the murdered parties had previous dealings with an adventuring organization known as the 12 Daggers. After this, they decided to on their way to the party, and a confrontation took place after Penn received return sendings from his communications with Mr. Blackwind.
You dumbass.
I told him multiple times.
This led to a confrontation, but undaunted, proceeded into the party. Penn had a private conversation with Lord Devonian Zelos III. It's probably not important. We don't need to get into it. Key 3, MVP of the party, engaged in all manner of corporate espionage, spreading rumors about the Meccano men everywhere she went. to some impressive result. And she was also cornered by Miss Silverhand, Open Lord of Waterdeep, and told that if their assistance can be provided, perhaps an arrangement could be made to return the old Avalon Knights Academy estate in Waterdeep to this party, the Avalon Knights Arcane Association. Guy attempted to spike some drinks, had a confrontation with Owen Stone, and then another one with Owen Stone.
And went 0 for 2.
And went 0 for 2. And left the party to enjoy some controlled substances.
Mm-hmm.
And Richard...
Where was Richard in all this?
Richard Richard was having a fey trance out in the cart. But he's back now. And boy, was the valet weirded the fuck out. The cart drew a crowd. Like the first one is dared to go poke him, and then there's a bunch of guys now. But the crowd is dispersed, and the party is winding down. And we now join our group in progress.
So I don't
Can
know
I
if you guys
assume
were
I'm
doing
allowed
anything.
to
We're
walk in?
actually. Oh, go ahead.
Can I walk in?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna walk in.
You are well within the grounds, so you can make your way in. And I'm gonna put you guys on the right page, and maybe log into Roll20 because that's a thing I do.
Well, you guys were both inside, so if there was anything you guys were in the process of doing, I have a thing, but I don't know when to time it because you guys were physically inside. So
I would start looking around, realizing I have no idea where everybody else is.
Well, Penn, you had made it out of the back rooms and back into the party, right?
Yeah, I got blessed very,
Yeah.
not to my chagrin, as it were, but, or no, more to my chagrin. But, you know, so I was pouting that off, and I guess I probably would have seen Key3 talking to Devin. So I guess after I see him walk off, I would tip my hat as he passed, and then I would go approach Key3 and say, "Oh, I see you spoke with Lord Zelos as well."
Yeah, I spoke to that asshole.
Hey, I heard asshole. Someone called?
Hey, you're awake!
Yeah. What did I miss? Cool. A lot then.
I'll point at one of the mechanical men. You're like, well,
Yeah,
were
they're mingling
nice.
about the party at this point.
So that's not great.
I don't understand. Well, first of all, I also spoke with Lord Zelos. I feel like my conversation might have went better because I feel better about it than I did. He was pretty nice.
Maybe we want to have these conversations not here. I do also have some info to tell you about reestablishing the Waterdeep location of the Avalon Knights.
Okay. All right. Anybody seen Guy? Not that I'm.
Yeah, no, he was in a pile somewhere.
Last time I saw him, he was talking to Owen Stone.
That would explain why he looked like a disgruntled pile.
Ah.
When you say pile, do you mean like harmed or like just passed out somewhere because he drank a lot?
I don't know. I saw a belt around his arm and
it was 2 drops in a potion. I am not shooting up in an alley.
Either way, we should probably go find him. Do any of you know anything about cleric spells?
no.
How long does a blessing last? Do I have to make use of this now, or can I wait a while? I've been blessed.
With
By
good
what?
sense?
Who?
By the cleric one. I am not happy about it, but, you know, it is a thing that is useful. And on top of that, here's the other weird thing, right? So I talked to it, and I tried to get it to show the inside so I could, like, be like, oh, that's weird. Look at that thing. But when I asked it, it said it couldn't, and it was like, I'm sorry. And then I was like, wait, you're a cleric, right? I was like, what god do you serve? And it seemed confused. Like, I don't remember, and Puck helped me out here. I want to say it just said gods, like quite
No,
like
it
was.
said Gond.
Oh, that completely changed. What god is that? Well, they follow a god, which is interesting for a construct, but you know. Oh, that's right. I do remember this now. Ignore me. It's been an emotional day. Either way, I'm blessed. So, you know.
Yeah, emotional how?
This is not the time nor the place. Just trust me. We can
And
talk
what the
about it
hell
later.
did you do?
Why is that your assumption?
Because
So
Key
this
3 is too trustworthy to do anything.
So this is a conversation to have, maybe not here. You know, parties are not a great place to have deep, serious, potentially argumentative conversations, but not that we're going to get argumentative.
All I'm saying is you can talk to
I
Guy
can almost
about it,
guarantee we will.
but I don't want to be there. I want nothing to do with this. I don't need to defend myself. Anyway, I'm leaving. We're leaving, as far as I know. So I'm gonna start walking out the door looking for Guy.
Well, you do notice that as things have kind of thinned out at this party, there's somebody here that you didn't notice previously. It's a very regal-looking dwarf with a retinue of 4. Like they look like walking suits of armor, and they all have massive tower shields. And they seem to go with him everywhere. And there is also a young female dwarf.
I wonder if that is
Stoutbeards or stout bows? What were they called?
Stoutbeard blades.
Stoutbeard. Yeah. He announced Zelos in his public announcement announced that they were allies now, right?
Yeah, they were working.
I mean, I know Guy's outside, but Kevin's in here.
Yeah.
I know none of this,
Oh yeah.
and I will continue to know none of it until someone explains it to me.
So I think that's Stoutbeard, the guy who helped make these thingies.
I feel like that's presumptuous.
Well, they have some
So-
kind of partnership. I mean, we can go over and say hello and find out. It's a party. That's what you do. You go and say hello and find out who people are and talk to them. Or awkwardly find ways to be like, oh, I'm going to go get a drink and never talk to you ever again.
So I'm pulling down my sleeve and I'm just like on my wooden arm, just kind of going, Stoutbeard. Underlining. And then you see a bunch of other names, some of which have been crossed out, some of which haven't.
It's getting longer.
Is my name on there?
He's gonna need another arm.
okay.
Oh no, there's like a pen, but it's like underlined doubly, and it's just kind of a question mark next to it.
All right. Anyway, well, I'm
Oh,
interested
and
in these
Guy's name
suits
is
of
on there. Guy's name is on there too. It also has underlines and question marks, but you know.
Well, I'm sure it'll all figure out in time.
You'll find underlines and question marks around Guy's name just about everywhere you find it.
Or except for a few places, which is for a good time. Call.
Yeah, but there's still underlines there because I mean, you know, bathroom wall etiquette. You have to embellish.
There's
mean,
still a
but you're not
question
putting
mark
question
there
marks
too.
there.
Either way, though, I want to know about these suits of armor because, like, they seem like they're magic. That's what I'm thinking. But so, I guess, are we going over there, Q3? Is that
Sure.
the plan?
I'll grab Penn's arm and like prance over there with him.
All right.
I have to stoop a little bit, I guess.
Okay. Richard just kind of snaps his
Oh,
fingers.
sorry.
Floral robe comes down. So, are we going for a good row then?
I guess I give Richard my other arm and we just walk up like 3 weirdos with our arms interlinked.
Love it.
This would be a bit more of a K3. Sorry, I link arms with Key 3 and then I kind of lift her up so she's
Swinging between the two.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, so he is sitting at a table, sipping wine with his girl that he's with, and the armored dwarves around him remain standing at all times, and in fact, they stiffen up a little bit as you approach, almost like they're ready for any kind of attack.
How close am I to everyone?
How close do you want to be?
If I'm at the table, am I within 10 feet?
I would say, yeah, sure. I mean, if you
Everyone
approach
make
them,
wisdom saves. You guys should be fine.
all right. And this is for the charm effect.
Oh, you better believe it, boyo.
All right.
You didn't have to, but you failed.
You're just so charming.
I mean, it's right there in the name, like the fabulous Thunderbirds.
And the other two. All right. Go ahead.
Did they roll above 14s?
Time will tell.
Cool. Hello, lads. How are you all doing today?
One, muffled inside the helmet, is and the other three, there's clattering of metal as they kind of move to a more defensive position.
You, the one that muffled. I like you. Let's be friends.
And he goes to move, and the one behind him puts a hand on his shoulder, and then he stops.
Oh, well, if you're working, would you? Well, are you? If you're working, doesn't mean that you can't have a good snack.
It's like a tilt, and then like 3 shaking heads.
Oh, but I insist, boyo.
Looks again, another 3 shaking heads.
4 shaking heads.
And then you hear from the table, "What's the problem?"
Well, you see, sir, I'm trying to get your lovely gentlemen to have a sit down and have a snack and a drink with me, but they don't seem to be that inclined.
They're working.
Well, one of them seems to be quite inclined.
But
I'm
it's
talking
a
to you,
party.
big fella.
And if he continues to find himself inclined, perhaps he'll find himself another ride back up north. Now then.
And would that be the worst thing, boyo?
And yeah, he's just shaking his head. He's like, "No, I can't."
I love this.
K3, you're on. I say with awakened mind.
I just wanted to introduce ourselves. I'm K3 Tea Leaf, and my associates Richard and Penn. We're with the Avalon Knights Arcane Association.
Oh, I heard that place is back in operations again. And the female dwarf gets up and offers a hand, and she says, "I am Vigrella Stoutbeard. It is a pleasure to meet all of you. You'll have to forgive my new husband. He is a bit of a chronic grump."
Oh, I fear that we've
Oh.
all been there, lady.
Mazel tov on the wedding.
Oh, thank you so much. Really has been a pleasure.
Still in that honeymoon phase.
Well, we are enjoying things. And of course, this new deal going down with Zelos Enterprises. It's been kind of a whirlwind.
I remember whirlwinds back home. Destroyed the forest. Horrifying mess.
Not that kind of whirlwind, but what a charming story. But yes, I'm sure you've heard of my husband's company, Stoutbeard Blade Works.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it was mentioned in the presentation.
Yes. Yes. The finest weapons in all of the Sword Coast, produced by hardened dwarven hands.
Ah.
I don't have awakened mind with anyone. I can't do anything.
So what can I do for you all?
Just mingling, and thought we'd come introduce ourselves. You looked like you were having a wonderful time.
Oh, well, it's a pleasure to meet all of you.
Pleasure is all ours.
That is a phrase I'm not very used to hearing, my lady.
Oh, well, perhaps you should keep better company.
Oh, and I say, you must excuse me. I do believe I left some of my better company outside. And then I'm just gonna kind of duck out and just let them fill that gap. I'm out. I'm out.
How odd.
Yes, an odd fella he is indeed.
So, the Stoutbeard, name of the thing, Blades.
Blade works.
Blade works. You provided a lot of just the weapons, or was it more with these fantastic mechanical men?
Oh, don't know much about the details. I kind of just spend a lot of money. Dragoth, dear, these people want to know about your business.
Does there happen to be a very large age difference between the two of them?
It's hard to tell with dwarves, but
Like, is there any visible like one's graying? a bit and the other
visibly,
one's-
he's definitely older than she is.
Cool, definitely.
Her beard is
Very,
dyed
very much
pink.
older.
Yeah. Everybody's pink with like the light blue pastel highlights. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he's Stoutbeard Blade Works assisted Lord Zelos and Zelos Industries in providing usage of our forges and our expert engineers.
Huh.
He lacked the proper facilities to mass produce these incredible creations of his. And of course, I agreed to outfit all of them with the finest Stoutbeard weapons.
I took notice of that. I am a fan of weapons myself.
Indeed.
As am I. My little thing can turn into many different things.
Well, if you ever tire of weapons made of wood, maybe I can forge a proper one for you.
I'm afraid that my wood is just as hard as steel. Not overly worried about that.
Whatever you say.
Well, excellent job, and I'll let you get back to.
So are you lot investors? Do you perhaps need a shipment? That keep of yours, if you're back in operations, I imagine, need some supplies.
Possibly. We do have a blacksmith of our own. But
Well, I assure you, whatever your blacksmith is, he doesn't produce Stoutbeard blades.
we'll say that. Okay. I'm going to awaken mind to Richard and be like, "Are you done? Because I'm done."
Oh, I've been done hours ago.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll let you get back to enjoying this lovely party. Just wanted to say hello, and if you're ever near the Avalon Night Cape, you know where to find us.
Will do. Maybe I'll get one of my assistants to bring by some samples so you can see what you're missing out on.
I never
That
say
would
no
be
to
absolute-
samples.
That would be absolutely lovely, sir.
And Figrella says, ignore him. Thank you so much for coming out. It's a pleasure meeting all of you. And enjoy the rest of the party.
Oh, the pleasure's all mine, my lady.
He's just a little grumpy from another deal that went bad.
Oh,
Oh, just another thing. He doesn't like to talk about the details, but I can tell these kind of things. We've been together long enough.
ah.
Yes, a week is very long. I did not say that out loud.
Well, have a wonderful time, and if we get back.
Thank you so much. Take care of you enjoy the party. And she goes back to her table.
So I was looking for Guy while that was happening.
All right, Guy, where you at?
I'm across the street, seething, just
Okay.
raging angry at Owen Stone for wrecking my fun, and starting to trip pretty hard.
Okay.
So yeah, by the time he comes out, I've got a plan, but I'm waiting until the last of the three of them is out.
Okay.
We've I think Keith and I have left.
Yeah, we would be fairly close on Penn's heels.
Okay, yeah. As soon
All
as
right.
the last one is out, Mask of Many Faces, I now look like the magic user Metal Man from inside.
Okay.
And I start using prestidigitation and thaumaturgy to have sparks flying out of all over the place and thunderous noises coming from inside. And I kind of jitter walk across the street, rip open the door, screaming at the top of my lungs, malfunction, malfunction, and fire Wand of Wonder at that table of 3 assholes that I talked to earlier.
Oh, jeez.
What was it?
4. Oh, that's a small number. I cast
You cast
slow on the
slow.
3 of them.
Okay, that's
Doesn't
better
really
than
matter.
Fireball.
You can see magic happen, right? This thing comes wobbling. Yeah, this Zelos company machine comes wobbling in and does that.
That's better than Fireball.
And if nobody reacts, I slam the door, run around the corner, and turn back into Gee,
Okay.
and then stumble out into the street. Stop me at any time, and then stumble out of this into the street like I'm hammered. Just.
All right. I'm gonna let you have this, and then we just won't know how it unfolds afterwards.
We saw this happen.
You guys saw him. You all watched him turn into the Mechano Man, run into the party, do a thing, and then bolt out the door. So
That's
you guys
either
can take
going
your
to be
card.
Wonderful or horrible.
Well,
I'm
nobody's.
Well, I
agreed.
know. I mean, Owen Stone can see me for who I am, so he knows exactly who did this. But hopefully, nobody else can see through that. So.
I'm gonna peek back in.
Okay.
And those 3 potentially, they had each had a glass of hallucinogenic wine put in front of them. I don't know because I stormed out. I don't know what Owen Stone did, whether he drank those 3 too.
Stone. Yeah. Well, no, they had theirs put in front of them, and he just kind of let that happen.
Okay, cool. So
So-
they just got slowed while getting high.
Yeah. So they're like wide eyed and having a little thing, and there's a bit of a hubbub about what just transpired here, and of course the wizard one is still there.
Yep.
And people are wondering why another one that looked exactly the same walked in and did that. So there are a bunch of suits running around, kind of doing damage control on this now.
Sure. Just wanted to ruin his party.
Yeah, trying to explain it off as like, oh, this is clearly some kind of entertainment or something harmless as that.
All right, Guy, I don't know what you were trying to accomplish, but you accomplished something.
There's 2 ladies who will be happy, and that's all that matters. Eh?
It's like, Richard, you peek in, and one of the armored guys is like, just like a sad wave.
So once we all get into the cart,
Yeah, I drop what I was doing.
Okay.
Like the robe falls. The robe turns brown and the leaves fall apart.
All right. So you guys have been
I'm-
informed that you have this this guest house for 2 days.
So like the previous day and then tomorrow, or
I imagine I'm laying on the floor of the cart, looking up and giggling at the ceiling, going, "Maybe we should not take advantage of all that time." Eh?
are his eyes blown? Does he?
The Whistle Whip did this. I only took 2, and he said experienced people could take up to 4. So
So
I'm flying, but I'm still
yeah,
in
he's-
control.
he's flying. He's not like in another plane.
okay. Well, I definitely think we need to deal with I didn't-
Silverhand's request, or
Silverhand. I'll start filling them in on the conversation I had with Silverhand.
Alright.
So she pulled me aside and said some of the other masked lords are upset and they're trying to. There's kind of a campaign to remove her, and she offered that if we can help, It was taking care of the murders, solving the murders. That was it. Huck?
Yeah, it was, she
Okay.
said like this thing is causing a lot of trouble for her,
Mm-hmm.
and that people are making moves to perhaps oust her as the open Lord of Waterdeep.
So if we can help bring an end to these murders, she offered to help us reestablish the Waterdeep location. And me personally, I have quite an investment in seeing these murders end, because as much as I love my family, I prefer to love them from afar and not at the keep. So
It's the fucking cat, eh? From the floor.
what? There's a murderous cat?
That tabaxi that was at your parents' place. You don't see the look. He says, I got to go to work at night, and I made some kind of snarky comment. The look in his eyes was clear as day. That's one stone cold killer, eh? That's why I was whistling outside that murder thing. I thought maybe he's watching, eh? I think maybe he makes it, he thinks I make it a joke, eh?
You thought there was a murderer at my parents' house. And
That's why I
didn't
stay out on the
say
street.
anything?
That's why I stayed out on the street to watch while you guys were inside with your feet all in the blood and shit.
Penn, can you do that talking to somebody thing from afar and talk to my parents and just make sure they're okay?
Oh, fuck, I never even thought of that. That's a good idea, eh?
Oh, you won't? Okay. And I'm just kind of, my responses are a little delayed, but yeah, I'm like, well, couldn't we just go by at this point? I don't
We
mean,
could do that.
because that would save, because honestly, I mean, I can fix Guy if need be, but I mean, tonight we might as well take a crack at it, because can you think of any reason not to? It happen every night, right? It's like a thing.
Try and catch them in the act.
I don't
Okay,
know.
giddy up.
Guy, how long do you want to be like this? Because like I have lesser restoration, so like you tell me when.
Oh, come on, I'm just getting started. I'm not even at the part where I just giggle all the time yet.
Now you're gonna need major restoration for this.
Oh wait, really?
This is some good shit.
This is whistle whip mix.
Look, man, if you
Maybe-
did more than 4 drops, Guy would no longer be home.
Yeah.
Like, it's
Maybe we shouldn't try and solve a murder with our distraction distracted.
Well, I can investigate real good from down here. I can almost see through the walls. I'm
Exactly.
trying to
Yeah,
focus like
let's
you're
all
trying to
rest.
see through the walls of the cart.
I'm too emotionally rattled for all this.
Sure, try drugs.
Keythree's just gonna walk over and like take a little bit of the edge of her dress and like dance it around in front of Guy, like.
Yeah, like a baby in keys, man. Just because that's that fire dress, right? That's the,
Yeah.
yeah. That's the so it's
Oh.
like
a baby in flaming keys.
yeah, no, it's beautiful.
So Penn, you talked to Zelos?
Yeah, I slipped out of the party out in the hall for a while, and there he was, and we had a conversation. I obviously tried not to come off any kind of negative way. We were in his home after all, and we don't know what. He was nice, and I did inquire about the contract he has with Kishano because I wanted to verify that he was actually involved in that, and he was very flippant about it. He was just kind of like, oh yeah, I did that, but don't tell anybody. And like, it was weird because he was super nice and he offered to help if we needed help with Blackwind, and I don't know anything about him outside of that in our
He's
interaction.
doing the fun uncle routine.
Why were you asleep? Where do you go, Richard? Of all the people I don't understand,
He
You're
was
one of-
molting.
it's like,
Guy, look pretty.
Yee, I'm not a bird.
what if this happens when we're like, you know, in a fight or like whatever. I'm just concerned for your well-being and ours, because like I never know when you're just gonna like poof, and then I'm a little worried.
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened either.
That doesn't help him.
It doesn't, because I was gonna be like, we need to take you to a doctor. Now I'm thinking, doctors don't fix that.
Yeah,
Herbalist?
We need an arborist.
Just like a groundskeeper.
You know, a botanist.
Yeah.
All right. So, long story short, Gee's gone. We need to stop by your parents. I'll let them fill you in, Richard, on everything else because I need to go try to talk to my patron or whatever, and I certainly don't want to have this conversation twice. So,
Yeah, also, what did Key3 mean by the talking ability?
Oh, I could cast sending now. That's a thing I can do.
He can like send a message to somebody far away and they can reply back.
Okay. I don't understand why you'd ever want that, but okay.
Well, he talked to Blackwind.
The cart stops suddenly.
Thanks, Key3. I didn't
Penn,
want to
get
be
out
in
of
this
it.
conversation.
Penn, out of the cart.
Why?
No, because I'm gonna hit you.
No, you
Oh.
are not.
No, just one solid slap.
No, I'm not getting out of the cart. I've already been chastised for this, and I don't need it again. If you want to hear all my points, you can get Guy to give you a point by point. And I look down and look back up, and I'm like, later.
I don't think
Right.
I need a point by point. You
Well,
talked to someone that wants to kill us.
but trying to get information, and we've established that Penn's going to make sure that somebody else is around when he does this in the future, so that if anything bad happens, there's, you know, a buddy there.
Someone to hit him in the back of the head.
You would have been here if you weren't asleep, and you would have heard it, and we would have already had this conversation.
And I would have beaten the crap out of you then.
I would not recommend it for
My gran-
multiple reasons.
My grandpa Aaron always said, we solve our disputes with our words, not our fists.
Yeah, so
but
yell at each other.
words don't have nearly as much of an impact as what I'm hoping to impact onto Penn. Like at least a black eye for a week.
You have no right. That's not how we operate. We never have.
No, but, you know, it feels like you keep doing this, and it feels like you kind of need a smack.
We have more
Like one
important
does with an
things.
incredibly petulant child.
We have more important things to attend to.
With awakened mind, I'm just going to say to Penn, I'm sorry, I kind of blurted it out.
And I just kind of narrow my eyes. Not like angrily, just like...
Penn, sorry, I roll down my arm again. Like I cross out the question mark, and it's just another underline under Penn.
I'm laying on the floor doing whatever the equivalent of tying their shoelaces together is.
Ah.
Or at least I'm trying to.
Well,
anyway.
you're trying to, but the dexterity's gone.
Yeah,
So
it was
you-
never good. I mean, it wasn't good to start with. So.
You come back and your fingers are all intertwined.
Shit.
How did
Ooh,
that
fire.
even happen?
So, when we get to my parents' house, maybe I should just duck in and like.
Yeah, no, that.
You-
No,
Penn
I'm gonna.
can come with me, but like Richard, you keep an eye on Guy and.
I was gonna suggest vice versa. I'm getting Mr. Blabbymouth to talk to take care of Guy. I will hit Penn.
What?
If
This is the duck,
Just
the fox, and
separate
the
the two.
oats trying to get across the
Yeah,
river.
yeah,
You
this
can't
is-
leave the
this is
same
all
two
going
people
over
together.
You really can't.
So, when you arrive at the Tea Leaf House, there is an unusual cart outside.
Do I
Okay.
recognize it at all?
It looks real fancy.
Okay. I'm gonna hop off and run up and knock on the door.
Maybe we should all go in.
No, this is.
I don't know what you
Proximity
guys are doing.
oaths.
I'm ready.
I started moving on all. Just okay.
I'm supporting Guy and moving towards the door with
Okay.
Kiefer and Guy.
I'm at the front. I just literally hop off.
All right. So, it's your father that answers the door.
Hi, Papa.
Oh, somebody's been waiting for you.
Oh,
You didn't tell me you had so many high society friends.
who's waiting?
It's a messenger from the House of Masked Lords.
Okay.
You don't know anything about this? This isn't
No, of course I do. Okay.
this doesn't happen a lot for you. Like, I don't-
It's a new occurrence. Still getting used to it. You know, it's like when people start recognizing Grandpa. It took him a little bit of time to like get used to that being like, oh, you're the tea leaf fellow. Yeah, I tell the stories. I do the juggling.
Okay, but yeah, all right. You can see the wheels are turning in his head on how to turn this into a profit venture.
Oh
He
God.
abandons it. He abandons it for a moment. He says, "Okay, just come in."
Follow him in.
All right, and you follow
This
him
is a because we're right behind him. This is a halfling-sized house, right? Like the whole house.
in. Oh yeah,
So yeah, when Penn kind of wobbles, unnecessarily leads me up. There's nothing wrong with the way I'm walking, just the way I'm thinking. I look at this house, and I look at him, and I back up to the house. Look, I'm huge.
Yeah, I'm gonna go in the cart with Keith through unless Penn deal with this, because Richard is still pissed off at Penn and will be for quite a while.
all right. So
You lose brownie points so fast, man.
All at once. You gain
All
them
at
one at a
once.
time. You lose them all at once.
this is gonna happen. So as you guys go inside, there is a well-dressed gentleman inside. He looks like a diplomat.
Hi, hello.
Kind of hunched over a little bit. Ah, Miss Tea Leaf,
Yes.
I have a message for you. Best to open it privately. And he hands you a folded up note with seal on it.
What is the seal?
The seal is of Laurel Silverhand.
Ah, okay. And we're like, okay. Hey, Papa, is my room still, or has like Mom turned it into a sewing room or something?
Well, not Mom. It's experimental. It's kind of a laboratory right now, for lack of a better word. But you can use it.
Okay.
I needed
I won't touch anything.
I needed a place to mix remedies, and your mother won't let me do it in the kitchen anymore.
Well, after last time,
no,
you
crap.
kind of caught the wall on fire.
Well, that would have worked if I had been given more time and the proper space to experiment with it. So I'm sorry, Little Leaf, but your room is now my laboratory.
That's fine.
Okay.
I'm gonna scurry up there with the note.
All right.
Open it up.
You open it up, and you receive a sending, so you actually hear her. And it says, Miss Tea Leaf. Continuing on from our conversation at the party, there were a few things that I didn't want to say in such company. and I'm hoping you are reading this in a private place. I have a contact. Meet him down by the docks this evening, and he will inform you as to what to do next. Hopefully we can put an end to all of this ghastly business. And then it ends.
Cool. Does this say like I can send a response back type?
No.
Okay. Good. I will fold up the note and tuck it in my bag
Okay.
and head back downstairs and hope nothing has gone horribly wrong.
You head back downstairs, and Garrett is there again, and he's like, "So, are we doing this? Are you ready?"
Yeah, no time like the present.
Okay. Because you put it forward, and I'll back you up.
Yep.
Okay.
Hey, Papa and Mama.
So what did it say? What'd you get?
Oh, it's super secret business. Can't really share it.
Oh,
but
you hear
I'll
that?
I'll tell you once it's no longer top secret.
Oh, that's
but,
exciting stuff. That's you know, gonna get into a lot more of these fancy parties.
Yep.
Maybe it's time to bring your old man and your mom and dad. Your mom, maybe your brother and sister. We could all go together.
Speaking of all going together, so I know you had stopped by the keep not too long ago and wanted to do some performing out there. And since, things aren't going super well right now in the city with all of the murders and whatnot, I thought I would extend the offer that you and the rest of the whole family can come stay at the keep for like a week. Perform. There are plenty of goblins and all sorts of
Goblins.
folks out there that are in desperate need of some entertainment.
Goblins
So-
got any coin?
I probably do.
I mean, we're paying them, aren't we?
At least minimum wage.
Look, Wormspit is very specific about that, but it also deducts benefits, room and board, all this stuff. But very detailed. We don't need to get into it. So naturally, your father is resistant at first. I don't know. I mean, we've been performing here in Waterdeep for quite some time, and I don't know if there are enough people. I don't know if it's a large enough audience for us to perform for out there. I don't know if it's worth it.
Well, you see, you go out there and there might be less people overall, but it helps spread the word. You're getting a different atmosphere, a different clientele, so they'll tell their friends, and next time they're in Waterdeep, I'm sure they'll be sure to come look you guys up, and you never know who word might get back to in the city of your fantastic performances.
And Garrett speaks up. Come on, Papa. Think of it as a vacation. You guys haven't been on a vacation in forever. It's a nice place. It's by the river. It's right on the main road. Could be nice.
Great opportunity to try out some new things, because if they don't go well, then no big deal.
All right, give me a persuasion check with advantage on your parents.
Oh boy.
Oh, parental twisting advantage.
All right, Mom and Dad. Your mother speaks up and she says, "Well, let's do it. We haven't been on a vacation in a long time, and I want to see where Key3 lives now." And your father speaks up. All right. All right, let's do it. We'll make it a family thing. But can we bring your brother and his wife along, and your little sister? Make it a big family event. We'll bring everybody.
Yes. Yeah. Of course.
All right, then it's settled. We'll pack up our things and we'll head out in the morning. You'll meet us out there?
Yes. Might be a little bit behind you, but we will meet up. I'm sure.
All right, who should we look for when we get there in case you're not around? Is there like a concierge? Is there like what's the deal?
Probably talk to Tommy.
Tommy. All right, I'll talk to this Tommy guy. I'll get us some good accommodations out there.
All right. Yeah. Okay. And I'm gonna.
Well, I'm excited. I can't wait to see where you work.
It's gonna be so much fun. And I'm gonna.
Garrett kind of leans in behind you, puts a hand on your shoulder. He's like, "Thank you."
You're welcome. By the way, keep away from Kashano.
I'm going to Neverwinter.
Okay.
but good luck with them. Let me know how it goes.
Oh, I will fill you in.
Thanks. And the messenger has already left.
Okay.
While they were doing this, I'd like to take a moment to punch Penn.
Penn is
I thought you went
outside
in.
and you're inside.
Oh no, I went into the cart and then Keith went inside alone.
Well, I'm outside while this is going on because it was clear I wasn't getting Guy in the door. So I'm outside.
I can't go in there. If I get any bigger, I'll break the place. And I like those people. I should stay out here in the street maybe in case I get even bigger, right?
As soon as he started this and I realized it was futile to try to even get him inside, I took out Mage Hand and Produce Flame and kind of mingled, and am I doing like the rave hand glow show thing where you're like...
Be careful, you're going to burn out the butterflies.
So that's what I'm doing with Guy while this is happening.
All right.
I would still like to take a moment to punch Penn.
All right.
Just once. I'm just going to roll a d20. Yeah.
That does not land. And now I am...
I am hitting again. I can hit twice. As long as I make my fist a pack, whatever. That's not hitting at all. Wow.
Just dodge him twice.
So Richard just walked up to me and tried to punch me twice.
Yep.
It's more like backhand than front hand.
And I just like moved back, and I'm pissed now because I'm just like, I recommend you don't, because if you do, I will not. I don't deal with that. That is not something I take. We are on a team, and it's not. Just don't.
The team doesn't.
You were asleep.
They
You could have had this conversation with me. I know what I did wasn't exactly great, but I told y'all this from the beginning, and god damn it, I didn't want to have this conversation again because I already had it once with Guy, and he's gone now.
Guy
I'm gonna
feels
look at
himself
it
up to be like, where did I go?
So I'm running around in the street, and I think there's many metallic butterflies behind me. Like I'm emitting them as I run.
So Keith, eventually you start to hear a scuffle forming outside.
Oh god damn it. And I just walk outside. 5 minutes. 5 minutes. That's all I want. By the way,
they are fighting.
my family is going to be coming to the keep, so there's that.
All right. Wasn't this already decided?
Well, we talked about it, but I had to get them on board, and
Yeah, even through all the buzz, you can see geese counting days. They just...
I told them a week, so they should be leaving a couple days in advance. So, everybody good?
Yeah, luckily neither one of them are any good at boxing. We already got to deal with him, Woody, eh?
What?
I call you Woody. That's funny.
30 seconds, was it?
You know, time is flexible, eh? Watch.
Guy, what do you think you're doing?
I'm fucking with him. And I point at Richard.
This.
Yeah, I'm fucking with him. You don't think I see anything and I only take 2 drops, eh?
I'm
So-
literally staring at him exactly like.
So, what are we doing?
Like I said way long ago, I don't think we should stay here. I don't think the party went very well, eh?
Oh, you mean stay in the housing that's been provided?
Yeah, I don't think another night in this city is probably healthy. Unless we're going to look for the cat.
I think we should look for the cat. Oh, by the way, I got a note. We should go down to the docks because there's a contact down there that can help us with this whole murder thing. Like, stop the murder thing, not keep doing the murder thing.
We're not murdering anything.
Yeah, I was worried there for a minute. I thought maybe we changed sides.
Yeah. No, let's go.
You know, unite us with a common goal so we can all work together.
I'm not. Maybe I ride on top of the cart, eh? In case I get bigger.
You'll be fine.
Yeah, how about stay in the cart so you don't fall off the cart and we have no idea where you are?
Okay, but if you see me getting bigger, you just push me out the window, eh?
You got it, bud.
That.
And then I crawl into the cart like it's 8 feet high.
All right.
Then I'll curl up in the corner and shut up for a while.
Waken mine just to check in. Hey, Penn, are you okay?
Oh, just like that. You don't get anything.
Oh, wow.
Okay. I got your back, buddy. Cool. Great. Let's go solve a murder.
Oh, a serial murder.
Oh.
But I like cereal.
So, does everybody get into the cart?
Yeah, I'm still driving.
All right.
Yeah, I'm still on the floor.
Yeah, I'm just in the back, just like staring into my book intently.
Very well. So, are you directing Richard to head down to the docks?
Yeah, I'll give him instructions on which way to go.
Okay. So, takes a while, but eventually you guys make it down to the dock ward. At this time of night, it is quite quiet. There's not as much going on. There are a number of ships just kind of like, attached to the dock, parked for the night. Most of the shipping yards and the dockyards here are owned by Zelos Enterprises, but you find one that is not.
All right.
Yeah, I'm
Is that-
hopping out of the cart.
Yeah, is that the one? I'm assuming that's the one that I was directed to go.
Well, she actually didn't give you a specific one to go to.
My guess is it's that one.
All right.
Not a horrible bet.
and you see a small orange light from a figure at the end of the dock.
Do you
And it
wanna
kind of
go
lights
alone, or
up
do
a
you want
bit
buddy?
and then dies down a bit like an ember.
I will get out of the carriage. Like, anybody gonna come with me?
I'm already down here with you.
Okay.
I'll bring Guy.
I was just going to say maybe you leave me here. I watch out the window.
I'll stay with Guy.
Okay, Richard, you and I start walking towards the light.
All right. You start to get close to it. You can see the silhouette of the individual. And then he speaks up and he says, "That's far enough."
I'll stop.
I'm pretty much in step with Key 3.
You've noticed there's a pattern. Correct?
Yes.
It's not random. It's not one person. It's a concerted effort. There are a lot of people who assume that Zelos has ties to the Black Network. However, they have been unable to prove it. If you can bring proof, his plans here should collapse. There are 4 noble houses. At least 2 contain masked lords. And all 4 of them have had recent dealings with adventuring groups. You should start there.
All right. Thank you, Vakey McGee.
I can give you a list of names. Where should I send it?
Richard just rolls down his arm and just grabs out another knife. I'm taking notes.
Not here. Where should I send it?
Send it to
Probably
the...
be smartest to send it to the Avalon Knights Academy. This is not an in-character thing. This is very much just me saying.
Ah. I'm gonna awaken mine to Richard. Go. So I could have him send it to my family's house or the keep?
They've already sent it to your family's house once. If we assume we're being watched, which we are, it'd probably be safer to send it to another location as opposed to doubling down on one.
Or have it sent to the Yawning portal for me?
What table?
Oh. What was his name?
Make a consult notes roll.
What was the
Oh.
table your grandpa Aaron would be at?
I'm gonna say the table that Calback Stoneslinger was at.
All right. I'll send the message there. Give me 3 hours.
Awaken Mind is still open. I just-
Yeah.
This guy seems like he's trying too hard to be cool. Should I say make it 2? I feel like I should try to Out cool his cool.
Why not? It doesn't hurt.
Make it in 2.
3 hours.
Okay, cool.
Damn, that guy's cool.
He's so
Okay. Great. I want to just double check that he's being like straight with us.
Okay.
I am too enamored by his coolness.
You feel like he's being straight with you, but there's something really odd about this person. You can only, because of the darkness at the docks and the particular place he's chosen to be, you can only make out a humanoid silhouette. But something about the way he speaks and the sound of his voice seems oddly familiar.
Okay. Will we run into you again?
That depends on whether or not you succeed.
Damn, this
we
guy's
will.
cool.
All right. Cool. Bye.
Good luck. And don't lose them. And he walks off the dock and disappears.
Oh shit.
I mean, I can do that, but that's something else.
Weird
This
flex,
isn't
but okay.
Yeah, but it's called a ferry transport, and no one likes that.
So
Very
like to-
transport.
I like to think that even in the state I'm in, I can tell Penn is blue, especially from down here, from that angle. It's easy to tell. So I sit up and look at him as soon as these guys are out the door. Can you do that thing where you kind of knock the wasted out of me for a minute? I don't think it's going to last because Whistle Whip's a master, but I just need like 30 seconds of clear head to talk to you.
Do I even think that'll work on him?
You can give it a shot.
I guess I pull out my staff just silently and
Bonk.
get out, lesser restoration.
All right.
Okay, at least the fucking butterflies are gone. Okay, I got to be quick. I can feel it coming back already. Woody, he just don't talk in words, eh? As far as I am concerned, we have a deal, eh? You don't do that again unless one of us is with you to save you in case, just maybe in case he's too strong, eh?
I don't think you can understand where I'm coming from. I'm not upset that people are upset that I did it. I'm upset at the reactions. I'm upset at how extreme they all were. I'm upset that every single thing we've done up until this point disappeared in a moment. And that means something.
We saw that the different way, you and me, eh? Because I thought it was like family fighting. You say shit you don't mean. You know stuff about each other. You say things to hurt. But in the end, you're family, eh? You're the second most trustworthy one in this group, eh? I think we all know who's number one, right? And that dress, holy shit, I watched that thing for, wow, okay, it's coming back.
Damn you, Guy Bouton. I wanna be mad.
Then be mad. Kick me, I'm on the ground.
I don't want that. I would never lay a hand on you. I'm not even the most mad at you right now.
But this is how you do it, right? When you're mad, you talk, eh? He don't
yes,
talk.
and I don't.
It means the
Why?
same thing. He's just worried, eh?
Okay.
Okay, now get the fuck out of the way. These mushrooms are coming on hard. I think bugs. No, wait, I made those. I accidentally cast infestation on myself.
Awesome.
I go back to the mage hand thing with the produce flame just to keep him busy.
All right. So, Richard and Keithby, you guys return to the cart.
Well, so sounds like we're gonna get a list of names in a couple of hours at the Yawning portal.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good lead. Kind of, he confirmed that, yeah, these murders aren't random. That it's not just like one person going around just randomly killing people. There's a pattern to them. And if we can find proof that Zelos has ties to the Black Network.
Wait, whoever that was told you?
Yeah,
I
they're
feel like we've got someone that has more proof than we do.
yeah. He said that there are 4 noble houses, and 2 of them have had 2 of them of the 4, don't know which ones, have masked lords, but all of them have had dealings recently with adventuring groups. So,
You do know who to ask about this, right?
who are you asking?
Oh, I'm just kind of putting it out there. I'm assuming we're driving again.
Inside the cart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just parked at the docks. Wouldn't be the first people.
Who?
Well, let's call him the Swift. Or the Quick. I always get those two confused.
How would we? And you can tell I'm 80 to 90% back, but it's like, how would we even find?
I don't know. I feel like Destiny's going to bring us together again very soon.
Remember how you were like, I don't know why you'd ever want to take sending. I can technically send him a message because we've met him.
You sure could.
You hear "Rah!" from the floor.
I mean,
Wait. Do you mean like our Kashano or the Kashano cat ear?
our Kashano.
Oh, this is different. Not what I thought.
That's why I
although-
wanted
Well,
to
you know
confirm.
that one too. Like,
We know many a Kashano. Exactly 2.
That's many when you can't count.
yeah, fair enough.
One, many.
Honestly, lots of cultures used to do numbers by 1, 2, and then many.
That's all you needed.
So I don't even know how we'd get in contact with Kashano right now. I mean, I guess I could cast sending, but
You know, I feel like Destiny has a way of putting people in the right path.
Well,
I had a
we've
small vision while I was in my trance, okay? Not a lot. It was just kind of, you're all gonna meet again soon. Bull crap.
we've got 2 hours to kill as we make our way to the Yawning portal. We can easily kill the 2 hours at the Yawning portal.
maybe we could go nap at the guest house. I know we don't want to stay there, but we could at least rest. I could cast sending on the way there to whoever we're wanting to talk to.
Does the
Oh,
Yawning portal
sorry, I
also
said
have
2. I meant
rooms?
3.
Not the cab. We can just drive around town until we're done resting, eh?
Yawning portal doesn't have rooms. It's just like a tavern.
Cool. Yeah. Now let's just drive around and see where Anything takes us.
All
You
right.
guys get some sleep. I will not sleep because I
You
did
just
a lot of
woke
that
up.
last time.
Fairly well rested at this point.
I have to try at some point, which I guess I could do it here. I wanted to do it alone, but I need to try to contact my patron if I can remember how to do that.
Well, I mean, you can still contact your patron by writing in your book.
Oh. That's boring. That's not the same as getting sucked into a pocket dimension and having a conversation in your mind.
I'm sorry, that's the way your patron communicates with you.
Oh, well.
Get like text messages. New book, who dis?
All
We did
right.
that joke before already, haven't we?
It's okay. It's still fresh here.
New
So yeah,
book, Who Dis, the sequel.
I guess I'll just do that then while we're riding around. If we're literally just killing time for 3 hours.
All right. What are you writing in there?
I'll start with, hello, is this working? Question mark.
Yes, it is working.
Excellent.
Is the response back on the book?
All right, and I'm just gonna say excellent. I had some questions about what happened to us a couple/few years ago, comma, or whatever, next sentence. And I'm just gonna talk. It'll be easier.
No, go for it.
And I'm just gonna say, I don't know, but what happened with the jailer and who decided to split me up and how did that work? Was I a part of that decision? Was it forced on me? Like what happened?
I love
While the jailer was piloting your form, I made the agreement for the contest that you engaged in with your other self. At that point, you were released, as it just happened to coincide that he found another vessel that he found suitable.
The other vessel happened to look just like me and be the
No.
other.
No, that wasn't it.
So the division of me, how did that
was
occur?
part of the agreement.
But who did it?
It was a combination of both of our powers.
Can you do that again?
I am not certain. I'm not certain if I can do it without the jailer.
Can we get in contact with the jailer? Is it possible? And
I do not know where Enzeloth went.
and I just kind of stop for a minute and I continue and I'm just like, this may be my best solution to something that is very important to me.
Can you tell me more about it?
You have the notes. I mentioned it long ago in a letter while you were still trapped. There's an individual who has been absorbing creatures, and I believe that over time he absorbed too much and became contaminated and polluted morally or spiritually, and I just want him back. Just him. All the rest can stay in the form that it's in and we can slay it, but it's a threat, and it threatens my home, and it threatens the life of this individual who I for some reason care about a lot, even though I've never really met them. And this is very important to me.
Tomekeeper. Analyze the situation logically. What is this creature now? What are its weaknesses? What does it contain? What are its component parts? If you want to understand how something can be disassembled, you first need to understand how it was assembled.
So I need to learn. I went through his notes. I've tried to understand. I've studied for this particular problem for as long as I've been actively trying to find you, and now I'm almost out of time. Emotion may be clouding my logic, as it often does, but I only come to you, teacher, because I don't know what to do, and I'm scared.
You have the answers. Think the problem out. Logic it. This is what you do. This is your power. Take it apart, put it back together, and take it apart again until you fully understand everything it contains.
Okay.
And then you will know what you need to do.
Okay. And if I don't get anything else after that, I'm just gonna shut my book and sit there.
All right.
After he closes the book, I like to think I have enough control over this. It's just a cantrip. I can't do a fireball to distract him, so I make a little ball of insects.
Yeah.
I use infestation and cast it in my hands and try and make it like bounce like fire.
It's like bzzz. What are
Why?
you doing?
It's not even what, it's why.
I'm trying to distract you.
That's great and gross, but like, and I just put my hand on his shoulder and I'm like, thank you.
I don't like it when you're sad, eh?
Aw.
Not fond of it either, but it's okay. We'll figure it out.
All right.
And I finally clamber up onto the seats. Sort of, it looks like it's wearing off. At least the lesser restoration took the edge off.
Starting to return to somewhat normal.
Yeah.
All right. Well, the cart eventually makes its way to the Yawning portal as the time will be coming where your names arrive. And you're not sure if you maybe should get there beforehand so that the message isn't delivered to this guy when you guys aren't there.
A little bit before.
A little bit. And we're going to take a little break right there. And we're going to come back to it right after the break.
Whew. Lots of feels today, kiddies. Deep philosophical questions once again being asked and possibly answered? I don't know. We'll find out after the break. Too many Warlocks. All right, let's do this thing. Time for stakeout. Fuck, I can't even keep track anymore. Too many Warlocks.
Hello. Welcome back. When last we left our heroes, they were journeying to the Yawning portal to accept a message from Laurel Silverhand's informant at the docks. They're going to get a list of names, people that may have people who want to put sharp things in them coming. You know, that kind of thing. And maybe you want to stop them and get some dirt on Lord Zelos. Maybe find that connection between him and the Black Network that you can tangibly wave around and discredit him. You know, it's a thing you can do. Anyways, so the party has arrived at the Yawning portal. Open late into the hours of the night. And your friend over at the corner from the 12 Daggers, whose name I've already forgotten, so I'm going to trust the notes.
Calbeck Stoneslinger.
Calbeck Stoneslinger is sitting back there, and he's enjoying a drink, and he's going over his own ledger.
Oh.
So should we kick him out of the table?
No. We became buddies. Well, buddy, we know him.
What's acquaintances?
Okay.
I'll grab 2 pints and walk over and set one down in front of him.
Oh, back again, and with more pints.
Yep.
Well, I do like when you come to visit, and I will have some of this. I'm logging the numbers for the most recent month's take. A lot of zeros. You can tell he's a couple drinks in, and he's somewhat despondent at this point.
Well, hopefully
a lot of zeros.
Well, hopefully things will turn around. And
yeah. I don't. That's too many zeros. I mean, it's just the month is shot.
You know, one thing that might help. So we were at a party and they introduced these like mechanical men that are supposed to be replacing adventurers. So,
that's bad news.
Exactly. And I may have started a bit of a whisper campaign that we can't trust these mechanical men and they might be responsible for killing some people and like a town of villagers. So perhaps helping like spread this mistrust of them, which they are not great.
That sounds like a great idea. Being replaced is bad, but this subterfuge thing that you've got going on, that sounds like something I'd put my team on, were they not currently being investigated for murder.
But fair.
They are.
That's okay. Yep. Nope. I can see how that wouldn't work so well.
Yeah. The whole like I've gone over the problem in my head a bunch of times, and it keeps coming back to not having a team. I'm really thinking that that's something that's specifically holding us back right now. Lack of team, major hurdle in the current financial situation of the company.
Holy shit, he's going to say it again if you don't talk back.
I have a question, if I may.
Mm-hmm.
You only can't operate with your team inside the city right now, correct?
That is correct.
But your jurisdiction is only in the city, correct?
That is my territory, yes.
So you need subcontractors, eh?
Subcontractors? Let me check the budget.
We work for you, but we kind of don't work for you all at the same time.
Let me check the budget for subcontractors.
Who's the guy got to kick around here to get the beer?
Zero. No money in the budget for subcontractors.
Well, who up like north, if I wanted to take out a job for someone, say, to go to a fort in somewhere, an old abandoned fort somewhere between the Eye of the Allfather and the something of the Worm something, because, man, my handwriting's rough. Who would that be? Something y'all would do? Essentially, there's an artifact I need from over there.
Outside of my operating zone.
Well, but aren't you in
That's
contact with?
That is a faux pas in my business. If I go out of my operating zone, then the ninth dagger is going to start coming into my zone.
Is that the one who operates in that zone?
Yes.
Well, aren't y'all like? Can I not talk to you to talk to him?
I feel like you don't understand how this works at all.
You don't get it at all. Holy shit, man. I'm the one who take the drugs tonight, eh? You need plausible deniability. We need information. You got no money, but you got information, right?
I occasionally have information.
That might be useful to us in our future and say in lieu of pay.
Again, when it comes out that your adventuring group is under investigation for murder, you start to get less jobs.
For sure, yeah.
The reservoir kind of dries up.
Going to awaken mind to Guy and the rest of the party and just be like, this is not the guy we're getting the info from. He just happens to be sitting at the table I told them to bring the info to.
Well, can we sit at the table and not talk to him then? I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
He's just almost belligerent at this point. He's just miserable.
I mean, I'm trying to cut a side deal with this guy. Honestly, I'm waiting for this to show up. I want to get him on our side too, right? So.
We've already done that though. We did that last time. If we do this, he said he'd be in our favor.
Yep.
So,
I mean, if I had information to go on, additional information, I certainly would be willing to share it. People who work for words are definitely the kind of people I would like to hire.
Yeah, you can turn words into money. You just have to wait, eh? It's called interest. You see that I did there, eh? 2 meanings to that word, eh?
Wow.
It's
been a long night, eh?
Everyone.
Well, okay, how about this? This is a real question to pass the time. Out of the hierarchy of the city, where does the Black Hand land in reference to where the dominion or power, whatever, of, say, Miss Silverhand land?
The Black Hand is a gang of brigands.
I get that, but I'm saying you probably know how good they are.
And Laurel Silverhand is the open lord of Waterdeep.
So what you're saying...
Band of brigands, open lord of Waterdeep.
He's
brigands,
new to Waterdeep.
Open lord.
I get it. What I'm asking is, if she wanted to, could she snap her fingers and they'd be gone?
That depends. When you have a group that is difficult to pin down like that, it's very difficult to just snap your fingers and make them go away unless you actually have that spell.
What spell?
But as far as doing it physically,
Cold death.
As far as doing it physically, they become difficult to root out. And I hear the Black Hand has some kind of precognition thing going on, which makes them even more difficult to pin down.
Right.
If they know you're coming for them, they usually move.
I just need them out of Waterdeep. Because
they have a pretty good thing going here. I don't know how you would do that. I mean, you could attempt to physically extract them, but again, they're going to know you're coming.
If we make all this go away with the murders and the investigations on you,
Yeah.
would you be willing for your team to work alongside Miss Silverhand to help us in this venture?
Whoa. You have a contract with the Open Lord of Waterdeep.
I did not ever say that.
No, we do not.
We do not. I'm just saying that
Can I
she
just like quickly
probably
clamp a hand over Penn's mouth?
with awakened mind I continue because I'm just like there's no agreement there. But as the Open Lord of Waterdeep, you can imagine she'd probably be pretty interested in
Keith,
making
can you
this
start
problem
just
go
chanting
away.
something in just
Okay, but
No, we were just thinking, you know, murders are a bad thing. I'm sure if we were to be able to come to the heads of Waterdeep and say, hey, look, we solved this problem
if
for you, they might
have a
offer
hookup,
a thank you. But no, we don't have an official hookup or anything.
okay, so this is
Just like,
This
oh,
is
we're
theoretical.
theoretical.
that's not if you might as well ask me what would I do if Paylor came down and offered me a cash job. This doesn't seem like a likely scenario for me.
Would you
If you
do
did
it?
that, I'd ask him if he's seen the waiter. I'm trying to get the drink in here, eh?
Yes, the
That's all.
name recognition alone would be worth the job.
Now was that so hard?
And then thunk, a dagger hits the middle of the table. Holy shit!
Where'd it come from?
Do a perception check.
How is this blessing still on me?
I don't think you need to worry about it.
Shit.
You can use the blessing if you want.
Well, I don't want
But
to.
it doesn't matter because Keith 3 has eagle eyes.
Shit.
Keith 3, you noticed a figure leaning out of the entrance of the door. Go ahead, throw the bless on that.
I don't want to.
Are you sure? Here,
No,
let's
I
see
wanna
what it would be.
save it.
It's like the dagger hit you and you didn't know.
Oh, got it out of
So,
the way.
Keith,
Yeah, I'm not sure it's real. I reach out and touch it.
Oh, it's real.
I've had a
Keith,
night.
you see a dark figure kind of exit the front doorway of this place
I'm gonna
from where the dagger came from.
grab the dagger and just see if there's a list of names on it.
There is a piece of paper attached to it.
Yeah, kind of figured that. I'm just gonna hand it to Keith3.
All right. I'll look at the list of names.
Branda, Halsath, Brightsong, Underhill.
Oh, how convenient. There's 4 names.
There are 4 names. At the bottom of the note, it says, I do not know who will be next. If you flash the insignia from the letter you originally received and say that you are with the City Watch and you have been sent as protection by the Open Lord, you will be granted entry to any of these houses. Choose wisely.
Do I know anything about any of these names? Like any of these families?
Do a history check. You've lived here for a while. All right. So you know that Underhill is a military family.
Okay.
Goes back. Actually, they are known. They're a long line of naval captains. and over the years they've gained some prestige, and they have a rather prestigious kind of naval tradition household in the city. You know that Bright Song is it's a holy house. They have a lot of family members in temples and worship. A lot of kind of cleric-centric stuff, but they're in the business of constructing temples and collecting tithes.
So clearly Penn wants to save them most of all.
Halsath is basically they're lawyers. They are part of a group of lawmakers and kind of law arguers that operate within the city, and it's just like a family that has done that for quite some time. They have some renown. And Branda is a affluent manufacturing and merchant. They are known for their construction of basically loading and unloading equipment for dock areas like pulleys and levers and cranes and all these kind of things.
Okay. I'll look at the grouping how. Well, looks like we've got what we were waiting for, so shall we move the conversation to a more private location?
Preferably one with some beer in it.
But that was for you then.
Yeah.
Do you receive a lot of messages by Dagger?
I
Don't
think
you?
the less you know, the better.
I agree. I'm going to continue writing my zeros in my monthly report.
You should
And
see the ones that get delivered by Fireball.
I don't want to see those ones. I would like you to leave my table now, please, and I will keep the pictures.
I
I assume
he is
just
right, most of
then the
ones-
beer arrives, just in time for us to leave.
Yeah. He says, I will hold on to these, and I need you to go. I have a lot of zeros to write in the ledger.
And I
To
would
the
just,
cart.
as we're walking out, I was like, we were never here. And I pull out Handy, and I've got him doing this, and I just hold him up to my mouth like,
What?
shh.
What? That is so unsanitary.
And I just walk out.
Stop. All right.
So I will fill them in on the families once we get to the cart. Say, so which one do you think they would be the next on the list?
Well, I'm going to eliminate 2, considering our group probably doesn't want to save them.
That's not.
That's not
It's
really
not-
the target plan here, eh?
We've
Yeah.
got 2 names on here. We could throw in the fuck it bin.
I mean, how?
I mean, Penn, do you want to save the clerics? And Guy, do you want to save the lawyers?
I will
want
say
to sit guard on the lawyer's office for the next 36 hours, so harder and longer than you can possibly imagine. Oh, can you imagine a better place to release me than in a lawyer's office? Eh?
So here's the real question. Key 3, how close are all of these locations?
They are all in the castle district.
Is that like, as far as distance goes, is that like a couple blocks from each
It's
other?
as close as anything else for you guys right now.
No, I meant from one another, each house.
Oh, from one another, they are in varying locations. The Underhill is actually closer to the docks of the castle district. The Bright Song is towards the mountainside where a lot of the temples get built, and Halsath is actually close to the markets in the castle district. And then Branda is again back near the docks.
We are alone, right? We're like someplace
Yeah,
safe.
I wouldn't wait it.
Yeah, you
Have
guys
this
are back in the
conversation.
cart, I imagine. And then
Well, two of those in the docks. That's where Zelos has been buying everything up lately, eh? That mean either that's his home territory and maybe we don't go there, or maybe it means that's who he's going to kill next and we do go there. This is not our fault. I'm sorry, I shut up now.
Oh, I wish we could all be in different places, but that doesn't sound safe.
That sounds like one of us is going to end up dead.
As much as I hate to admit it, I don't relish the idea of going one-on-one with that fucking cat, no.
Yeah, I couldn't take him.
Well, fearless leader, what do you think?
How you are the only one of us who's interacted with this person. How amicable would they be if, say, we tried to join them this evening?
Don't know where you find him to do this, but maybe, oh, you can you can do that actually. Yeah, for sure. That would, the only problem is, I think the answer to your question is he be exactly as amenable as it take to get him just behind you where he can put the dagger in, eh?
That would work.
Incredibly.
But I like the way you are thinking. I think maybe we increase the odds at one place and hope he goes there, right? We break down a gate or something, or we organize a group of people from the market to charge down a street or something, you know, to give a distraction.
no, it's late at night at this point.
So only the best kind of people, they are outside, the kind that work for drinks.
We have a thing that lets us get in to the houses, so we don't have to break down anything.
But we need him to go. We're trying to figure out where he is going to be.
This is
I
what
wish-
happens when I'm coming down and there's no drinks.
I wish I could.
I'm just gonna sigh, and I pass Guy the cookie liquor. I'm just
Because that's what this needs is a con save.
The Witch of the Four Houses. Oh no!
It's all coming back.
What happens again?
What was that number? Oh, Guy is gone.
Yep.
What do you mean gone?
I mean, he's
Yeah.
out. Guy is
Oh.
gone on a magical journey.
Yeah.
Can I cast Lesser Restoration? Will it work?
Give it a shot.
You're burning all my staff points. I can't.
I never asked to be healed. Well, this time I never asked to be healed.
Oh my god. I'm gonna try it.
Just leave me. Go solve this, the three of you. I'll be fine.
I already
Guy, make
bombed
another
you.
con save to see if you break out of it.
Can I put my blessing on
I
him?
almost don't want to. Oh,
Oh,
Yeah, you're back.
No one's
Oh.
getting healed tonight. It's all gone. Let's hope we're happy.
okay.
Don't do drugs, kids.
just say no to drugs. That's more for the rest of us.
Absolutely.
I am an adult and I am only supporting the use of legal drugs in your state or province.
There we go.
Maybe the manufacturer? Thoughts?
Ooh,
You think that guy had anything to do with he's killing witnesses, you are thinking? Somebody who manufactured the metal men for him?
well, that would be Stoutbeard.
Well, I don't think he'd want to. I don't.
Okay, I have a cockamamie idea, as I normally do. So, if I cast Sending,
We need 4 chickens. No. Go ahead.
If I get the lines of communication with awakened mind going, and then I cast sending and keep my mind open, can you use me like a megaphone and cast suggestion through that?
No.
Did I just have another drink of that mead or something? Oh,
No,
my head is
good
spinning
try.
after that.
He's rolling dice. We got to decide.
How about which one's closest?
I still think
And we ride around in big circle until we see something going on. I can't believe you're considering this plan.
Okay, wait a
Let's
minute.
just head to the manufacturer.
Can we see through our? I can't remember. Is that ability you have to take, or can we? We can see through our familiar's eyes, right? That's a thing.
Yeah. No, that's a thing you can do.
What if we leave 2 of our familiars at 2 different locations? I send Walter to the 3rd location, and we go to the 4th. And if anything happens, then they contact us immediately.
Cool.
We wouldn't be able to stop them in the act, but I guess maybe we can like see who it
Be
is.
able to stop them past.
We could theoretically go chase them down, maybe, but our familiar. I mean, I don't know. It's all I got at this point. There's a 1 in 4 chance we stop them in the act, and then there's a 3 other chances that we have to go chase them down.
I got an idea. You know, Kashan, know the wild. He's got an ego bigger than me, eh?
Mm-hmm.
So how about we pick one of these? We poke a sign in the ground out front that says "Protected by AKAA," and he don't be able to keep himself from doing it to make us look like ass, eh? We draw him to us.
Should we also put on the sign Kashano's a butt?
Maybe
Let's
we
do
wait
it.
till he come inside before we tell him that, eh? It's
I like
ego,
this
eh?
plan.
Would it work? Would it work? Would it work on me? If you want to get me
Yes.
to do something, you tell me, hey, you can't do this. We're protecting. I steal it for sure, even though I don't steal worth a shit, eh? And this
I
guy's
think-
professional thief, killer, stager of accident. And
I think the
fiddle
butt
player.
thing really sells it for me.
You can put that on there if you like, yeah.
It just says Kajano, and then it's a picture of a
And let it-
butt.
I can't wait for the cross. You're walking down the street and you just see a sign.
It's just there. Nobody removed it.
Well, I mean, it doesn't hurt.
Then for sure you send the familiar to the other place, eh?
Okay. Where do we want to go? What's our best bet? Key 3, gut feeling.
Let's put this all on your shoulders.
Brenda,
It's already the middle of the
Brenda,
night. What's
no,
close?
Brenda,
Oh, you said Brenda, that's where we're going.
Okay.
He's the manufacturer, right?
You go with your gut. That's where we're going. Oh, I'm Guy.
All right.
You
So
need
the
some better
team is
wax.
going to House Branda.
Yes.
All right.
Showing up in the middle of the night.
Yep.
I'm
right.
sending Whisper to the house at the docks because I don't want her near clerics or lawyers.
Okay, so you're sending Whisper to the Admiral.
I don't want to, but I send Twitch to the lawyers just to watch in the window
And I
and
guess
get busy writing on the walls. Protection provided by, you know, like those. Every second house has got one in the front yard. A little tiny sign, protected by. Why are you telling people which security system you have protecting your house?
It actually
It's
does
about
make it
the
more likely
dumbest
to get
thing you
robbed.
could do. Oh, I know the password to that one. Never mind.
and then I guess with my pocket watch, I open up and look for Walter.
Mm-hmm.
Is he here with us?
Right here, sir.
Ah, there you are. Walter, would you mind going to the estate of, oh, I can't remember the name.
Bright
Bright
song.
song.
Bright Song, and just keep an eye out for any activity and alert me through the pocket watch immediately if anything does occur.
Very well, sir. What if I get exercised?
Please don't.
Oh, maybe not send him.
Oh, wait, is Bright Song the clerics?
Yeah.
Point taken. Yep, that
Ooh.
might not be a good plan.
I guess I can. You can't exercise a familiar, can you?
Not that I know of, sir.
Okay, so I guess mentally I'll just let Whisper know to swap, and I'll send Walter to the docks and Whisper to the clerics.
Very well, sir.
Actually, I would like to amend slightly. Twitch is still going to the lawyers, but with the distinct instructions to, if it's safe, go inside and start moving scrolls around.
Okay.
Oh boy.
All I can remember is the slate from the one shot.
God,
And
that
yeah, I
was
guess
so
we're
horrible.
going.
Do we have that on our YouTube? This is
we
not the
do.
time. I'm
It's up
sorry.
there. Okay, we'll talk about it later. It's up there. Look for the workshop. Okay, so you guys arrive at House Branda, and there is still a light on in the house.
I pull out the letter that has the seal on it, so I have that ready and like lightly knock.
Okay. Opens the door.
Hi, yes, I'll hold up the seal. We were sent by the City Watch to provide protection.
Can I see that? And it's a large kind of, you know, he's got one of those mustaches that goes all the way down, like the Hulk Hogan style.
Hand it over.
Yep. Protection for me seems somewhat unnecessary.
Oh, just with the recent killing, just upping the protection of some of the higher
Higher value
households.
targets.
I can tell Miss Silverhand just wants us all to be safe. Very well. I was just enjoying a drink by the fire. Please make yourself scarce. I like my privacy. But you're welcome to have free run of the house. I apologize. I don't mean to seem rude.
Oh, no.
I'm an old man. I'm kind of set about my ways.
Would you?
Why not sit down with someone and have a drink? Spin your tales.
Seems like he's already had a few.
Exactly. Who's better to listen to than someone who's had a few?
Yeah, you drink, I talk, eh?
I've been around long enough to know that you shouldn't share a drink with people sent to protect you.
Oh,
Wait.
he's a special case.
Would you be opposed?
That's not encouraging.
Sir, for your best protection, do you have a guest room or anywhere you could sleep tonight, somewhere you don't normally sleep, so that...
Of course. Muriel. Yes, sir. Show our new guests to the guest rooms. Right away, sir.
Wait, no, you... Sir, I need you to sleep in a guest room.
What?
So that,
Me?
listen, the target will be trying to come in through your home, and they will know where you are sleeping.
Look,
We
son, I don't know your name, but I've been working the docks for quite many years now. I'm a bit of a night owl. So I'm going to drink my whiskey near the fire.
Okay.
And you may do what you need to do to protect me.
Then
Are we clear?
Yes, sir. Where's your bedroom?
Buy him a drink first.
Upstairs.
All right. I'll post there.
Muriel can show you.
And with awakened mind at the other three, I'm like, all right, so I'm going to get in his bed. And then when Kashano comes in, I'll be like, ah!
Aha! I am in his bed. And then, presumably, I'll be stabbed repeatedly and die.
I give that exactly as much attention as it deserves, which is none. And look at the guy and say, is that 18-year-old Maldavian Rye?
The very same.
Yeah, nothing got a color like that, eh?
Indeed. A fine drink. I worked hard to get where I am, so I like to treat myself every now and then.
Yeah, that's a treat for sure. That's a treat sometimes you don't remember from, eh?
If you drink it carefully.
You know, out of the middle of nowhere, I mean, there's some really powerful people in this town, and I'm sure they could get some really good rye like that. You think Zelos, he got anything like that in his cellars, or this is better than that? Eh?
Oh, I imagine he's got all kinds of things.
He's buying up a lot of the docks, eh?
Yes, and he's buying a lot of my equipment to fill it. Takes a big drink.
To fill the docks?
Yes, he's refitting everything. Bit of an entrepreneur. Brand new equipment for everything. Every time he buys up a new one, I get a new order. It's pretty good all around.
So by any chance, this is military equipment?
No, just cranes, loading winches, quality ropes and hooks. The kind of things I deal in.
Right, so he's upgrading, eh? As he goes.
Absolutely. Oh, some of them could really use it. A bit old.
With awakened
Cheap
mind.
people running it.
With awakened mind, I'm just like, we're burning moonlight. Prefer not to have to
We're
fight
just
on the...
waiting for him to show up, right?
Yeah, but I don't want to fight on the stoop.
Oh, I assume we
And
were
go to
inside the
bed.
room where he was drinking his whiskey.
Oh yeah, no, he's just sitting by the fire.
Oh, well, then I'm gone. I'm in the
All right.
bedroom.
All right.
I will post myself like in kind of halfway between upstairs and downstairs.
All right. For Twitch and Whisper, were they dropped off on the way, or what do we do with that?
If possible. Other than that, they're,
Yeah.
I mean, you
I
can
was-
you can only zap them. I think it's 60 feet away from you. If they're there, you'd have to run. So
Yeah, I would have just told if we weren't able to drop off on the way, then I would have just showed on a map or whatever, instructed where to go.
Okay. All
And I'm
right.
in this dude's bed. How
All right,
comfy is it?
It's very nice. It's very comfy. It's quite plush. It's this large room. There's a lot of models of loading cranes and winches and stuff. You assume of like, the kind of thing that he deals in on a daily basis.
I want to stay in the room with him, but over by the door, sort of giving him his space. Just occasionally, if I see other bottles on the wall, showing him my my knowledge of his liquor.
Ah,
I don't know where to be.
he just like stands in the foyer.
If you can hear it through
I'm just
awakened
gonna
mind,
be walking around. I
Yeah.
guess.
I'm just gonna say through the house. I'm sitting handy on the pillow next to me, just like, isn't this nice? And I'm just pulling the covers
It's
up.
like a little like nightcap on the wrist.
Just on the bone.
Yeah, just on the bone that sticks out.
And I'm just like, guys, this bed is so comfy. You'll never know.
So, in relation to the house that Twitch has been sent to, where is Twitch at?
He's going to the lawyers.
Yeah, but where
if-
at the lawyer's house? So the lawyer's house, it's a tall 3-story kind of estate.
Yep.
And it has a small kind of wrought iron gate around it, and then there's a stairway leading up to the main entranceway, and then the rooms on it.
I'll start on the ground and going around looking for ground floor windows or anything like that.
Okay.
See if I can break in.
There are some ground floor windows, but it looks like they lead into a basement.
Okay. I mean, I can climb, so I will zip up to the next floor. And basically, he's taken, in my head, he's taken his mission to heart rather than what we'd really like him to do. So he's looking for a room full of papers so he can start moving scrolls around.
Okay.
I've kind of forgotten what his original task was.
He does happen to find a crack in a window that he can kind of weasel through.
What he does, he weasels. Yeah, and then just with his little teeth, he's just pulling stuff from one filing cabinet to another filing cabinet. And...
Okay. So Twitch, partway through, ruffling through papers, hears the sound of breaking glass.
Yeah, I'm assuming I'm waiting for him to let me know. But...
Guy, someone's breaking in here.
Ah, shit. Okay, disappear, buddy. Oh, wait. Maybe take a look first. Don't get killed, idiot. But take a look and then you come back here, eh?
Okay, Guy, I take a look. And there's a person. It doesn't look like your tabaxi friend. He gets a look at them.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like very slim, very lean, very, very humanoid figure. Clad in black, carrying 2 daggers. Then moving through the house.
Don't get seen, buddy. Don't get seen. But you think maybe that's interesting enough to follow a little bit? Eh?
I will keep a lookout, Guy. Don't worry, I'm very sneaky.
Thank you for that was like 15 episodes ago. What a callback. I will turn to Keithree because she's the only one I can see because she's on the stairs. Maybe we got some activity at the lawyers, but maybe not. I'm not sure.
The pocket watch.
Yes.
We have a situation.
Yes, Walter.
There appears to be an intruder at the Underhill estate.
Hats on, grabbing Handy out of the bed, snatch him, put him under my hat, and I'm just like, we'll be right there. Try to follow, keep an eye, don't get exercised. We'll be there shortly.
I shall do my best, sir.
Thank you. And I, with awakened mind, am like, we've got to get to the Underhill estate.
Which one is closer?
The Underhill estate is closer. Branda and Underhill are in the same kind of vicinity because Underhill is a naval family and Branda makes shipping equipment.
Wait. They told us there's many groups. They're going to do all 4, maybe. We run from here. Then he hits here. We look like idiot. Eh? He's already hitting 2. Just wait.
Or leave someone behind.
I think we have to go.
I think we have to go to each house, don't we?
And I think we might have to go by ourselves at this point.
Want to consult with Whisper and see if there's anything going on there?
Yeah, with Awaken or however we do. I'm just like, is there anything going on there? And she would have been sitting like either on the house or on near the house.
No, Penn, it's all clear here.
So 2 of them would have been masked lords.
I love watching a realization flow through the party.
Oh my. Okay, so 2 of us go to one, 2 of us go to the other. I'm going to the one where Walter is.
All right. Guy,
Okay.
you want to save your weasel?
I always want to save my weasel, and remind me again. I'm gonna have to get him to heal it again after that night with I think the maid. She was dirty, eh?
Wrong.
Got the hitch. Oh, anyway, off to the house.
All right, Keithree, I guess it's you and me.
Yeah, running as fast as we can.
All right, well, thanks for stopping by.
Oh, the 2 responsible people go together, and then the rest of us.
All right,
Honestly,
who wants to go
though,
first? I'm gonna
It's a
say
mistake to-
I'm gonna say Penn and Keithree arrive first because theirs is closer. Or no, they were going to Walter's place, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, so yeah, you guys are closer. All right. So you guys come up on Walter's place. And are you looking for Walter with the pocket watch?
I can talk to him
Yeah, you can
regardless
talk
with
to
the
him.
pocket.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say, Walter, where are you and what do we need to be doing?
I'm inside, sir. I am following him. It is a black-clad gentleman with a few daggers, and there appears to be poison. He's making his way up to the master bedroom. I would hurry.
Okay, just through the gate, through the front door if it's not locked.
Can I see through a window, like to the second story?
Make a perception check. No, you can't.
Damn it.
It's too dark, and this guy's clad in black. You can't tell at all.
Oh, I was just trying to like see a spot up there.
Oh, just like a piece. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. All right. So running up to the house. Are we gonna smash the door down? What are we doing?
Is it? I'm gonna guess it's not unlocked.
There is a broken window to the side.
I'm going in that.
Okay.
Yeah, I will as well.
All right. You guys go in through the broken window. Give me an athletics check to see how quick you guys are.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, don't say that. I haven't made mine yet.
Oh no.
We are not strong.
Wait. I'd like to add my. That's not gonna make it.
Give it a shot. Maybe you get a 6.
All right. You know what? Let's do it.
It's better than 5.
Hey.
Hey!
Hey.
You have to thank that robot that gave you the less. All right, so Penn, in just a burst of energy, you make it up past key 3, and you're running upstairs under Walter's direction to try and get to this master bedroom. And you burst through the door as this guy is coming up to this body sleeping in the bed. And as he... Oh,
As soon as I see him, I'm going to cast Hold Person.
all right. And
Do it.
then...
Okay, did you do it? It's
Wha-
not doing it.
Do your thing.
What thing?
All right, what's your spell save? I'll just roll for it.
It's wisdom, so it's 14.
14? He doesn't do it. So you get in and you cast Hold Person. And after you cast Hold Person, the window in the bedroom breaks. And in hops another black-clad figure, violin in hand.
No.
And he pulls the violin up, pulls some daggers back, and shoots. And hits the person you just held.
No, he's
Now we're in
free.
initiative, folks.
What? I don't.
Neither. I don't.
Hooray, Puck. Nicely done.
Oh boy.
All right. Yeah. So you are top of the round, Penn.
I don't know if he's on our side or not.
And the person in the bed wakes up and says, "What's the meaning of this?" and pulls his saber out.
As a bonus action, can I say stuff?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, she and I are with Silverhand protecting you. These two, I don't know. That one definitely not. That one I don't know. And I guess my initial thing is I'm just gonna Eldritch blast to the guy who got daggered, and maybe we can finish him off. So I can't remember if I fixed this. I'm gonna try it and see if it rolls. Did it roll the hit?
It rolled the hit, just didn't roll any damage.
Oh shoot! Give me one moment. All right, so that's I have to roll twice though, right?
Yeah.
it's
Well,
two
you have
left.
advantage because he's held. He's not going anywhere.
But he took damage. Wouldn't that unhold him, or is that not how that works?
Oh, do they get dropped out? I forget how hold person.
I thought if you get hurt, you get unheld, but I don't know. I don't know that spell.
Hold person target.
They're paralyzed for the duration. They can make another wisdom saving throw at the end of their turn.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he's still held. He's just getting
Okay.
the shit kicked out of him.
Well, then I'll just leave that one and I'll roll the next one with advantage, I guess.
Okay.
Hey, okay, so that's 2, and then the damage is 1d10. So I'll just roll 2. Boop. So 11 force damage.
All right. Oof. Is that all of them?
That was both of them.
That's both of them. All right. So yeah, you blast him with an 11 force damage, and he's still being held in place. He really doesn't look so good. And now it's the other mysterious figure's turn, and he pulls out some daggers and shoots them out of his war violin again. Yeah, nails the guy again. He takes even more damage. So you're both wailing on this held person now. Now it's Keithree's turn.
Ah! No. I'm going to get between. I'm assuming it's Kishano the Wild and everybody else, and say, if you're with us, don't attack for a moment. And I'm going to hold an attack. If he looks like he's going to attack us, I will attack with my.
He is perched on the windowsill right now.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So it's held guy's turn. Panicked mumbles as he's held in place, and he's going to try and make a wisdom save to get out of it. Fuck, no. That's 13. I believe he needs 14 to get out.
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, no, not happening. And then we go back up to Penn. Mr. Admiral Underhill has gotten up from his bed and left the room.
Sounds like a good idea. With awakened mind, again, just saying something real quick to this held person, I'm gonna be like, "Why are you here?" And
I'm here to kill the Admiral. Get that guy away from me, please.
oh, so he is evil.
You're like, oh well, that's disappointing.
There was a horrifying moment where I was like, "Oh no, what if he's here for the same reason we are?" And I just shot him. I was like, okay, that guy's bad. He was here to murder the Admiral, and I guess I'm also gonna hold an action, like I'm gonna walk towards Kishano the Wild and get close enough, like, to him, not like I'm threatening, just close to him, like looking at him, and then I'm gonna hold an action.
Okay.
If he moves or does anything I don't approve of, I'm a grapple. Because that goes well.
On his turn, he pulls down the mask, looks over you guys, and says, "You are the most shit assassin I have ever seen." And Now the held person needs to make a will save. And he doesn't make it. And he takes some psychic damage. And he starts to fall over.
Oh. Like, is he knocked out?
Yeah, like he doesn't look so good. He's starting to bleed from the ears now.
Oh. And I'm just like, stop it. We need him. And I go over. Oh, wait. Nope. I got to wait my turn.
Well, you held your action if you did anything.
Oh. Well, yeah, then I'm going to.
Have you spent enough time with bards to know that they can damage people with insults?
I felt like that was kind of common knowledge, but more or less, if I saw the guy fall over, I'm going to run over and cast.
All right, well, his next move is to leap out of this window and get away, so do something quick.
What am I more concerned with? I guess if I see him look like he's about to move, I'm going to try to grab him.
Okay, give me that grab attack.
So that's just a D20 with my strength modifier.
He turns on the pads of his cat feet and goes to leap out the window, so you are going to try and go grab him now.
Yeah, and it's a 0, so it's just a straight D20.
A warlock and a bard wrestling. This is comical.
Okay. Oh, dear. No. He leaps with his feline grace from the window, and you dive at him. I need you to make another acrobatics save to see if you don't fall out the window, my friend.
Oh no! Don't roll for the window.
All right, you take 5 fall damage as you fall out the window onto the floor below. As you see the cat person leap from floor to floor to get away.
Oh.
Penn? I am left alone in a room with an assassin.
The assassin is toppled over now, and you notice that your hold person no longer has hold on an unconscious target.
I'm gonna pull out.
And it's your go.
I assume that I've got some rope.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull that out and like tie him up, and try and like stabilize him. So that might be like 2 turns.
Yeah. Well, give me it. Well, do you want to? What do you want to prioritize? Trying to stabilize him or tie him up?
Tie him up.
Okay. When you're
That's why
tying
we
him
refer
up,
to you as the competent one.
when you're tying him up, you notice right away this is a Zent. This is a member of the Black Network.
Okay. Good to know.
All right. So meanwhile, at the lawyer's house.
Well, before on the run there, I want to say something if I can while we're running.
Yep.
Check with Twitch first to see if the guy's dead yet.
Okay.
And then as I'm waiting for the response on that, I turn to Richard and say, we are not here to kill people. We are here to save people. Just make a shit ton of noise and scare the guy away. I plan on breaking all the windows and yelling murder, murder into the darkness. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I definitely have something then. I should.
Going to go inside and try and kill them, aren't you?
A little bit. But I'm also going to destroy most of the house. So, you know, win-win.
We are here to save a life. That's what we are here to do. And yeah, when we
are
get
not
there,
covered under the insurance plan. Okay. You got transferred a lot of fight night winnings. You're going to spend it all insurance settlements against a lawyer.
As we get close, I start yelling and screaming, murder, murder, murder. And when I get there, I start smashing windows.
Twitch says, he's not dead yet, Guy, but you best hurry up.
I go as fast as my drunk old legs can go, my friend. And,
all right, give me an athletics check for both of you guys. How fast do you run?
Not very.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
Wrong
Never
sc-
mind.
okay, well,
Oh,
Guy,
yeah.
Guy is fucking.
There's some leftover mushrooms.
He's a
Same
drunk
boat.
athlete. You know that guy that if you go out drinking with, and when he drinks, he just becomes really good at shit for some reason.
Yeah, so
Alcoholic savant, I think, is the term.
so yeah, vault over the fence and just
Poof.
happy
He
face,
moves-
sad face, happy face, sad face, smashing windows out, screaming at the top of my lungs, murder, murder, most foul.
Richard, this is the fastest you've ever seen Guy move for anything. It just goes. All right, Guy, so you make it into the room first. We're going to go right into initiative when you see this figure getting ready to plunge daggers into what appears to be a tiefling.
Okay.
Lawyers from hell.
Well, hey, who knows contract law better?
Yeah. Should I also roll for initiative?
Yes, you are going to have to spend a turn getting.
God
Oh,
damn it.
oh, lucky he's slow. All right. So, Guy, you are at the top of the round on this one. And the guy is getting ready to plunge a dagger in.
And I'm at the window of the room.
Yeah, well, you've made it. You went through the window and you went upstairs as per Twitch's instructions.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, step in the room, look at him, and just stop right there. Stop is the command,
All right.
and that's level 3, which is a wisdom save versus 15.
All right. No, not this guy.
Then for I think it's 1 round. Yeah, 1 round. He's frozen perfectly still. And then
Alright.
I'll finish getting in the room, and well, it's an action to draw a weapon. So at the start of the next round, I'll draw my weapon.
All right. His go. Stand still. Just okay, I guess.
Get up
guess-
here, hero. This is not how this is supposed to go.
I guess I'm stopping. Richard, you spend your turn running.
Yeah, and I swords out.
All right, back to the top of the round with Guy.
I know Richard's coming up behind him, so I'm assuming that's because I went through the window and charged into the room, or is he? Oh, I guess there's only one entrance into the room. Never mind. I cast mirror image. There's 4 of me now
Ho ho!
in the room with them. We all go, hey, hey.
Oh, there's
come
4
on.
of you. I was very worried you meant like there were going to be 4 of the assassin.
I duplicate the assassin.
And they
You know,
attack
for fun.
themselves out of sheer terror. Yeah.
Okay, so, all right, on his go, he attempts to stab at one of the mirror images. He does this, and it's like his dagger bounces off an invisible wall. And then he stops for a minute. Wait a minute.
Is
Who
that how
are
this
you?
usually works? Like it's
No,
they're insubstantial, right? This one
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
went thud.
this actually went thud, but it went thud before the dagger even hit the mirror image.
And he turned to me and said, "What?
Who are you?
I'm the guy who's here to stop you."
Who do you work for?
I fell for this before. Persons unknown.
Are you with the Avalon Knights?
Ah, fuck. Yes, I am.
Fuck this shit. And he goes to dive out the window, throws his
Oh.
dagger to the ground.
Absolutely let him go. I want that dagger, though.
And he dives out the window.
And when Richard runs into the room, he's just standing with his mouth hanging open. Just,
Did I see this?
You run into the room just as the guy's diving out the window. And there's
Cool,
4
huh?
geese in the room.
and all
You
4
know-
of them turn to you. And you go, he ran away from our name, man.
And
Okay.
then the tiefling gets up from the bed and is just like, what?
Oh no, I'm jumping out that window.
What in the hell's is going on?
We just saved your
what?
life, eh?
It's just
I
like,
crave violence.
Yeah, I let him go.
I
He's,
imagine he just screams that as he jumps out the window.
there. We were looking for something to,
All right, give me an
identify him. That's
acrobatics
his new
check.
phrase. I crave violence.
Gonna fail this.
Well, that's decent, but yeah, you make it out, but you're not able to catch up to him.
How far away is he?
He is kind of leaping across rooftops and going into shadows.
Yeah, I am. No, how far away is he?
He is, I'm going to say he's about, let's give him 25 feet away.
Cool. I'm going to teleport right in front of him.
All right. Misty escape. All right, you teleport right in front of him.
Hi,
And
bud.
then, oh shit. And he tries to take a reaction shot and stab you. And again, his dagger bounces off an invisible wall. Fuck!
I will take this moment to attack him. Twice.
Okay.
I crave violence.
The realization is washing through the party again.
I very
I haven't
clearly
gotten
stayed
to
in the
fight
room
for. I
with
haven't
the victim.
gotten to fight for months. Months.
All right,
I don't
you-
remember the last time I hurt someone.
both of those swings hit. He's cut up real bad.
Oh no, I'm not done yet.
Okay,
On both of those. Both of those. It's fairy smite, which deal 3d8s worth of damage. So I'm just gonna roll for 6.
okay.
once per turn.
Once per
So
turn.
you only get
Never
three.
mind, just one
Sorry.
3d8.
One set
Still.
of 3d8s. Yeah, that's still a substantial
Tonnage.
amount of damage.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, so this guy is destroyed. He's basically a helpless target against you.
That felt good. All right. Back
we,
to see if the person is okay.
Oh, he's fine.
Yeah, in answer to his question, yeah, we're the ones who saved your life without even really waking you up. Eh? You're welcome.
Oh, good. Did you break anything?
I don't think so. I'm sure if it is,
No,
it's
he
covered by
did.
the insurance. Avalon Knights Academy, eh? Avalon Knights Arcane Association in particular, at your
I'm not
service.
familiar with your policy. Do you work for somebody more affluent?
We work for people who actually, I know this is going to be like a foreign language to you, eh? But we work for people because we do good, not because we get rich, eh?
Oh, so you're freelancers. Well then, thank you very much for dispatching the assassin.
You're
Can I
very
have-
welcome. Maybe we just leave you here for the rest of the night and hopefully they don't have a backup plan.
I shall engage further security measures. Thank you so much.
That
I
at
crawl back
least is
into
a
the
good
window?
idea.
What's that?
Can I crawl back in through the window?
Yeah, sure.
Like I don't care how many moves it would take me. Like I've climbed back in.
Just climb back up and just like thump. you know, like is that gratefully? Like you pull yourself and you front flip over onto your back and then walk up and then get up.
You killed him?
It's been a while. Yes, I eviscerated him
Got it out of your system?
a little.
All right.
Okay, well, we got to make sure this guy stays safe for the rest of the night, eh? And watch them for a second. And I've got, I think I've got message. Yeah, I
So
do. Oh, no, it's too far away for that. Never mind.
before the night wraps up, and
I'm
we're going
out
to
of
do a little
spell
bit of a
slots.
wrap up here. Key 3, I need you to do a medicine save to try and stabilize this guy.
And I have made it back.
Oh yeah, you can make it back and try to help too.
I have spare the dying, and that was my plan.
Okay, you can give that a shot, but the time between your getting up there and Key 3's ability to medicine save.
Oh
Oh no.
no!
All right, you have spared him, but he's still unconscious and he's not in good shape.
That's fine. He won't die at least.
So
Ah, sorry. I killed my dude.
Yeah, that's bad, Richard. Wait till Kashano hears.
You killed the Zentarim. That's not going to end well.
The evening ends with the Avalon Knights Arcane Association having captured one unconscious member of the Zentarum. Still unknown is what Kashano the Wild's place in all of this was. No other murders took place that night, other than the two that were thwarted by the Avalon Knights Arcane Association.
I did not have to go after that guy.
In the morning, Marl Silverhand contacts you, and you are told by MT1 through your sending stones that the Mercenaries of Mischief, the other team, will be arriving in Waterdeep shortly. And that you all plan to meet together at the docks. Laurel Silverhand agrees to join you with a contingent of guards. You guys give her a debrief on the situation, and she says she will take the Zentarum for questioning if you'll release him to her custody.
Do we know about Kashano's deal? Was that with the Zentarum?
He told us.
Yes, he did tell you.
So we do know why they didn't kill us then.
Yeah.
And we do know that the fact that we killed one of them might have ramifications.
Richard doesn't.
Oh, he will. When that boat pulls in, we will hear an earload.
We will call the next episode Karma's a Bitch.
And as the team waits on the docks, the Black Cherry rolls up. And only 3 members of the Mercenaries of Mischief are there to greet you on the ship. And that's the end of today's episode.
Nice. Oh. Well done.
Well,
God.
this will certainly be interesting, won't it? Too many warlocks.
Too many warlocks. So tune in next week for an amazing crossover episode featuring too many warlocks crossing over the Mercenaries of Mischief. Two-night thing. We've done this before. We're doing it again. Second round. And definitely tune in for that, and that's going to be happening. But aren't we doing something else special on the 28th? Aren't we looking to set up something called Table Flip? What's Table Flip?
Are we going to be able to pull that off for the 28th?
I think we can.
You think
I'm
we can do that?
confident we can do that.
Table flip is basically there for anyone who's been thinking about getting into DMing and is kind of nervous that it won't go well. We're going to show you the absolute worst case scenario. The first time I ever DM will be for Puck and a table full of fellow experienced DMs, and they will tear me to shreds, I'm quite sure. So stay tuned for that on the 28th. Don't forget, in the meantime,
broken character.
Oh, God. Here we go. Already with it. In the meantime, don't forget it's September, and any subscription revenue we get is going straight to Extra Life, and we're gonna match it too. That's awesome. That's a charity pledge match going on there for y'all.
Very cool.
All you public radio fans know what I'm talking about.
Absolutely.
Also, the Pontus Rises October 3rd. If you don't know what that is, this time we actually did play during the break the correct video about the Clockwork campaign that we are having GM'd by the creator of the system. If that's not cool, I don't know what is. And also, we're not quite publicizing this yet, but we have some cool guest stars lined up in the future. So if you haven't given us that follow yet,
stay tuned for next week for announcements on that.
now is the time to give us that follow, because when we get to the next milestone 400, we'll actually be giving away one of the coveted Elderwood Academy roll-up scroll dice boxes. The mat to roll your dice in. It rolls up so conveniently. It fits together so smoothly. It's a beautiful little piece of equipment. I'm actually gonna have to
Those
make
are
a video.
so good. Oh, those are so good.
We're giving one away when we get
I
to
didn't
400
know we got
followers.
one of those. Okay.
Dude, yes, I showed you the picture.
Okay, I only saw the other things in the picture. Whatever. I didn't look hard enough. Okay.
No, it's so dope. I'll make a little showcase video so you
No,
all
it's
can see
so
what you're
good.
getting. So make sure to hit that follow, tell your friends.
Got to Vanna White that. All right. So thank you so much for watching. Give us a follow. Check us out on all the social media. Keep track of all the things going on with Mercs of Mischief. And definitely tune in tomorrow for Poison Paradise, run by our very own Guy. More Wild West action. And of course, Penn will be there as Jet, Wild West Cowboy Extraordinaire. So tune in for that. And also check us out next week because crossover event is going to be amazing. And I'm a very lucky dungeon master in that I get to DM for all these amazing people who are all content creators in their own right. And I like to take this moment at the end of the show to allow them to talk about all the things they're doing. And I can release the floor, open it up for whoever wishes to speak about the things that they're creating right now. Go.
That hugely polite moment. That
Yeah,
happens
there's always
every
that moment
single
of
week.
silence.
Don't all jump at once.
One of these times I'm going to do it and somebody's just going to grab the reins.
Why don't we go left to right from
Sure.
Q3?
Let's go left to right. Q3,
Sure.
go.
Sure. The most recent video that you can access right now is a video all about gaming when you're in a weird mental headspace. Just weird mood, anxiety, whatever, and how I've kind of dealt with it. And then tomorrow is a fun little painting video. So a nice, like, hey, put this on, enjoy it while you do stuff or watch it. That's cool.
Painting videos are therapeutic. Richard, what do we got going on? What are you writing these days?
Still a lot of poetry going on. I will work on the next chapter of the memoirs of Richard Bennett, the Greenwood Warlock. I will try to include the phrase "I crave for violence."
No, but like that's how the
In
poem
some
should
sense.
sign off. I crave for violence.
Actually, yeah, no, I'm actually going to start that now.
Go with it.
Anyways, yeah. Aside from that, there's not been a lot going on. I've been a little under the weather lately, but I will be trying to get back up to posting again.
All right. Well, glad to hear you're feeling better.
That leaves me for the next one.
Oh yeah, you're next in order. Give us what you got.
If our YouTube was a ship, then I am at least temporarily the captain.
You are doing incredible work captaining the good ship, Mercenaries of Mischief YouTube channel.
And I love it. So let me just tell you, we're at 95 subs. We're about to hit 100. So if you haven't checked us out over there, if you want to catch up, if you even want to go see our previous crossover for all the hecticness that was, that's all there. Everything we've got. And if the one shot that Guy ran with Puck, Kashano, and Redan and Richard is not on there, I will make sure it is because that needs to be seen. More people need to see that.
It's on there. It's called Guy's Thieving Bastards. You can find it in the Every Full Episode playlist. And also, yeah, guys, even if you're just not that into YouTube, the thing with 100 followers is that we can then customize our URL and make it just easier to post places. So you'd really be doing us a favor if 5 of you could go on over there and give us that subscribe.
Absolutely, we'd love it.
Heck,
That
I'll
is the
even
most
make
honest advertising I have ever heard. I appreciate the hell out
you
of
know,
that.
we're all about transparency over here.
Yeah, no, like I mean, if we get that, we get to do cool
Like,
things.
These arbitrary milestones that just make our lives easier, and so I'd consider it a personal favor if you hit that sub button on YouTube.
And I will work on a milestone if we hit 100. So I'll make a little something for that pretty.
Some kind of thing. What's up, Guy?
I guess that's me.
Yeah.
So tomorrow, Deadlands, as we talked about, Poisoned Paradise continues with 2 of our players, one from the Sunday, one from the Monday night game, plus 2 people that are just in that other game. And probably wish you were their DM and not me some nights. Other than that, next weekend is kind of a weird one because we are doing the crossover, this big double episode. But I'm also involved in another thing. So next week, after you watch the first half of the incredible crossover episode, I'm assuming there will be a raid. I probably should have checked with the producer before I brought this up, but I'm assuming there will be a post-game raid. And I'm hoping that you will come and raid us at Praetor's Rejects and watch me and a bunch of people from different streams all play together, having never met each other before.
Funny you should mention that, because we are going to raid Praetor's Rejects tonight also, as soon as we
there
are
we go.
done signing off here.
Excellent.
Well, I think that's everybody. Again, thanks so much for watching. Check us out. Give us that follow. Please support our YouTube channel so we can get that custom URL. Really great. And keep track for next week when we got the crossover. Tune in tomorrow for the Poison Paradise. And
With the new player. We
With
just
the
added
new-
one last week. I
Oh, we
forgot
just
all about
added,
it.
he's coming back again. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
You might have seen him on Roll for Initiative. I don't know. Maybe. He's on there sometimes.
A familiar face who's
Familiar
not
face.
gamed with us before and fit in
No, he did
like
he did a good
the
job
fifth
last
finger
time.
on a glove, man. The
telling
dude's
you.
a pro.
Put me in on a guest spot one of these times. I can't wait to mess with these people. But anyways, thanks so much for watching. Give us that follow. Check us out on all the things. Keep track of all the episodes. And until next time, class dismissed.
Once there was a fairy, she flew to and fro, eyes of lavender and lilac and rose. Her smile made the flowers bloom, her voice the sunbeams shine, her golden speckled wings, they fluttered free and fine. But her name was Princess Pickle Sauce, and everyone made fun